This space that I'm in right now, I feel like I am factory resetting myself. I'm factory resetting my life right now in Panama. At the spot called El Papite, had red snapper. I'm out here eating eyeballs and everything. Plátano maduro, some plantains, some rice. Very successful. He's like one of eating the bones here and there. Experts in Germany for stress. So this was nice. This was amazing. It's pretty warm out here. It got to be at least high 70s right now. We're gonna take time to sit, hold some space for some thoughts, some emotions, and whatnot. He despertado en Panamá. I don't even like the best way to put this. I'm factory resetting myself. Like everything that I want to do is to magnify God's will in my physical vessel. Let's look at things like a cell phone. You know, your cell phone has a certain amount of storage. You know, your phone gets all these updates. You fill it with pictures, music, videos, messages, apps, and all that other stuff. Those are the individual experiences that we have. And overall, just this space that I'm in right now is like, I know that I have an upgrade available. So it's time to reach that upgrade, and then it's time to factory reset myself. So all the music, all the videos, messages, etc., like we're wiping that from the database and starting from scratch. That way there's no attachment to any of the old, whatever was on the phone, whatever was on this device, whatever was on in me prior to this experience. You know, there won't be as much attachment to it anymore. Because it's no longer in my device entirely. But because I've upgraded my system, I still have that capacity to tap into the cloud and to retrieve whatever I want that I feel serves this new system that I'm operating in. Like, it's time to elevate. It's really time to tap in. It's really time to allow God's will to flow through me the way that it's supposed to. not just the way that I wanted to, not just the way that I allow societal constraints and perceptions to guide me to do things a certain kind of way. So I'm gonna take this time to enjoy this space that I'm in, close my eyes, meditate, go find a yoga class, nurture the mind, spirit, and the physical vessel. That way it can be a healthier space for God's will, for God's essence, for God's being to operate at maximum and optimum efficiency. Taking the time to get away from everything, to remove yourself from all the distractions, to remove yourself from everything that would try to impede on your desire to factory reset yourself. Being able to take a step back to look at the bigger picture before you zoom back in to look at the finer details. It's like when you're working on a puzzle, you can look at the box and see what the overall puzzle looks like to get a gauge, get a feel of which specific pieces might go. You don't get the bigger picture without little pieces that add up. But you have to make sure that your perception of those little pieces is proper. You may have the right pieces and you may not be flipping them the right way to look at them, the way that they need to be looked at to match the overall bigger picture. I feel like this space I'm in right now, I'm looking at every piece. I'm rotating every piece. I'm assessing and analyzing every single piece to see how I can piece everything together, piece by piece, and then create little blocks. Then conjoin those little blocks and just watch everything add up the way that I want it to be. But then again, it's not just about what I want it to be. At the end of the day, it's about making sure that I align my vessel to carry out whatever will that is commanded of me. Started my day off with a yoga class. That was very beautiful. Definitely think I'm gonna go back on either tomorrow or Friday, depending on what times they have the sessions and all that other stuff, But I definitely saw online that it said that the class was gonna start at 8. I'm walking around the corner of where the instructions said to go. I'm like, dog, I cannot find this place. So I looped around. It's almost 8 o'clock. I'm like, I'm about to be late. So I eventually find where I was supposed to go. And I kind of poke my head in, hoping to get the teacher's attention. That way I could pay and all that other stuff, whatever the case was. Eventually, that didn't work. So I just grabbed a mat and I grabbed a mat and I grabbed a block and I went and kind of jumped in and whatnot. And I was just like, dog, why does this feel like this class is ending? She pulled out a sound bowl and all that other stuff. And, when she saw me, greeted me with a beautiful smile and all that other stuff. I'm like, dog, why does it seem like it's ending? And then everything, she ends the class. And I was like, I swore this said online that it started at 8 o'clock. She said, oh, this was the 7 o'clock class. The next one starts at 8:45. And this class started a little bit later. That's why we're going a little bit later. But it was definitely a beautiful experience. I enjoyed it. Definitely recognizing weak points in my body. and how my body is locked in certain areas, how my body is like all strength and a lack of flexibility in some areas, you know. I was like, wow, I have a lot of work to do. But about to go on this excursion. We're gonna go see some monkeys, some sloths, and all sorts of stuff, some birds. I don't even know. I don't even remember what I signed up for at this point.
On the right side, San Miguel Ghetto. Yes, the ghetto in Panama City. This adrenaline tour, but without a guide. Just to let you know. Right canal, you don't have water. It's not that. Not all the ships that come from China will go through the Panama Canal. Some unload here and is brought by train all the way to the province of Colón in the Caribbean side. Only 45 minutes. Jaguar petting?
Yeah.
Very good. And this guy's fishing right there. Sir, there's a sign right there. Be careful. The crocodile behind you. Okay. All of these containers are empty. They already everything unloaded in the Atlantic Ocean. Goes back to Asia to get more goods and merchandise. Remember, 40% of what's in your house is made in China and come through Panama to go all the way to the United States.
Hello, monkey.
Try to reach her. Try to reach. Yeah. There you go. Very good. What thing's going?
Oh, she's chips.
Doesn't eat the peel. How much? Sunbathing.
Bye.